Hey everybody, welcome to WOD number 17. We've got our body weight day. We're going to jump pretty much straight into it because we're going to work an entire 30 minutes before we get our stretch. So we have 5 rounds through of a bunch of different body weight stuff. Go ahead and start in your downward facing dog. Let's pedal out the feet. We got some planks coming along, glute bridges, different styles of push-ups. Hopefully we'll have some fun along the way. Grab tight through the core. It's kind of nice to get a little bit of an inversion going here as well, so your hips end up higher than your belly, and you can really pull that core in tight, kind of let the belly contents just drop down the other way. Inversion for the non-scientific explanation there. All right, let's go ahead and warm up our wrists. So bring your shoulders forward over your fingertips. We're on our hands and knees now. Slide forward. So we have most everything's going to be 30-second sets. We do have a couple 1-minute planks, so we'll just listen to the timer go off twice. And let's see, so we'll have front plank, side plank dips, single leg glute bridges, shoulder taps, pop squats, Sphinx push-ups, and crane. So a bit on our hands, bit on our arms. All right, go ahead and turn your hands around to face toward your knees. Sit back on your knees. Pedal out the elbows. Tighten through the core. Slide those shoulder blades down. And then let's flip it around. Palms are up, facing the armpits. Kind of externally and internally rotate your elbows. Perfect. Okay, sit back, shake those arms out. Go into a couple rotations, hinges, lateral moves through the hips and the spine, and then we're going to get going. Starting off with a 1-minute front plank. So feel free to kind of make adjustments, stop and go. Stop and make little adjustments along the way as needed through this first round. So we're going to be going 5 sets through, back to back to back, no transition time. Body weight sets definitely add up over time, and a lot of it has to do with our own self-flexion. So take a minute, slide in to the moment, to the move, to the work. 30 down, 30 to go. Dig into the elbows and then pull back toward your toes like you're trying to scrunch the mat up between your elbows and toes. Feel what's going on with your lineup. Where's the back of the head, the shoulders, core, rib cage, thighs, tailbone tuck, glute grab. Decide which way you're going to be turning first, because we're going to head there next. Once we're in a side plank, go. We're going to hip dip. So if you need to, you can stay on your hands and knees and just crunch through the side, trying to find those obliques, keeping the front and back side of the core still contracted and engaged. You're getting your pelvic floor involved, your shoulder girdle. Gear up for our other side. And turn. Okay, make sure that you're not too spread out in your side plank also. So sometimes we struggle with side planks because we end up with the feet too far away and that starting point from the elbow. We have 6 seconds. We're going to go back to the front. 3, 2, and 1. Keeping that flexion through the belly, the core. This is a good one to do if you end up on vacation or a work trip or without much space or equipment. You can hit this up. Pull that core strong. Tighten in. Find the breath. 30 seconds left here. We're building from the inside out. Scan the body, check in, engage on our backs in 3 seconds. 4, turn, single leg glute bridges. So lie it down. Now, if you find, put one in, and then we're just going to push from the top. So the reason that we pull our knee in sometimes is because it helps keep the work out of the low back. Find your glute on that pushing side. And if you find that you're still getting too much pull on the low back, you can always cross switch your ankle over the knee, like you're doing a figure four stretch almost. Back onto our hands next into a high plank. We're going to be hitting up our shoulder taps. Lock the belly, flex that foot, pull the knee in, find your glute, find your glute. Feel the core, stay strong. Flip it over, high plank, shoulder taps. Try to keep your hands right under your shoulders and your hips are staying super duper still. Okay, pop squats are next. You can walk in if you don't want to pop in. We're basically jumping our feet wide into a little pop. We're popping into a squat. So pop, push back, pop, push back. Work from the core. Opening the hips, belly strong. We have our Sphinx push-up next. Feel that core staying strong, getting our quads going. All right, so for Sphinx, start with your plank, forearm plank, and push up. Basically a Sphinx push. Try to keep your elbows tight and try to push at the same time through both arms. Next up, we're going to hold a crane. Fun little yoga pose. Good for the core. Time, arms and shoulders. So bring your feet in wide. Plant onto your hands. Push onto your tippy toes. Pull one knee at a time. Lock the core and hold. If this doesn't work for you, you can go into a bear pose, or you can do cat-cows or bird dogs. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're back to the top. Plank, 1 minute plank. Lots of core today. Small little jump in our heart rate now. I hope you're feeling and enjoying that. 1 minute here. You take breaks as you need. It's your call. Feel those thighs wrap in and engage. Feel the tailbone tuck under. Feel the belly get the work. Connect with your breath. Connect with the core. That muscle flexion. Okay, turn. And we're going to go into those side plank dips. Remember, we're staying nice and tight between our feet and our elbow. Oh. Feel those obliques contract, doing the work. Switch, other side. After this, we are back to our front plank. Trying to keep those hips stacked, shoulders stacked. So we're not rotating left or right. 3, 2, and 1. So good. Lots of core today. Yes, maybe you're feeling those shoulders burn. That's great. That's good. Push into the elbows. Let your upper back round a bit. Develop the strength in the core. There's 30. We have 30 to go. Wrap the thighs. Feel the tailbone tuck under. Find your pelvic floor. Connect with your breath. Dig deep. Internal strength working its way to the external work. 3, 2, and glute bridges. Bring your knee in. Find that glute. Feel that work coming through the heel. Play around with your self-flexion. See what you can manage. Okay, switch. Other leg. Pull that knee in. Feel the core engage still. Lots of core heat after all those planks. Shoulder taps are next. Keep the knee tight. Here we go. Flip it over. And tap. Your pace. We have pop squats after this. Tuck the tailbone. Feel your glutes engage. Help support the hips and pelvis. 3, 2, pop squats. Feel that core. Grab to pull those knees in. Let the hips sink. We have our crane next. 10 seconds first. Okay, time. Crane. Find those big hands. Bring your knees up one at a time. Maybe getting a little tougher because we're sweaty and sliding. It's all about the core here. Flexion in your back. Dig into your thumb and first finger. 3, 2, 1. Woo, back to plank. 1 minute here. Keep the body hovered forward. Settle your breath. Thirty seconds left here. Dig deep. Feel the flexion from the inside out. Tuck your tailbone. 3, 2, turn. Side plank, hip dips. Feel that oblique. Push the hips up nice and high. Now check in with the front of the abdomen, keeping it strong as well. 5 seconds. Okay, turn, other side. Stay stacked. Shoulder on top of that elbow. Watch your hips sometimes. They like to roll forward and back. We're going to be back into our front plank for a minute. Yes, it's getting tougher. It's the whole point. Back to the middle. If you need a break, take it. Otherwise, focus on one breath at a time. Find your core flexion. That's our purpose. That's our goal. Every time you exhale, dig a little deeper into that belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, flip it over. Thank goodness, off our shoulders. Bridges, glute bridges. Push into that glute. Feel the core stay strong. Enjoy this little bit of a intensity break, at least in my opinion. Switch, letting those shoulders relax. We still are strong in the core. Getting lots of flexion into those glutes. Drive into that heel. Feel the belly stay locked in strong. Wrap around. The amount of work and engagement is up to you. It's up to us. Time, flip over. Shoulder taps. We forgot our Sphinx push-up last time. I just realized. So we're going to double up this time. After here, we'll get our Sphinx, then our pop squats, then another Sphinx, then our crane. 3, 2, 1. Hands are forward, elbows drop, push. Tuck that tailbone as much as you can. You should feel your triceps here and your core. Oh. 3, 2, that's all I got. 1. All right, pop squats. We're getting those hips open here. Sneaking in a little more heart rate. 10 seconds. Try and get those arms up right as you bring the legs in. Okay, back to our Sphinx push-ups. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Adding up. Then crane. Get those knees onto the triceps. Then we're back for planks. Sweaty makes it tougher. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, here we go. 3 sets down, 2 to go. I'm taking a breather, that's fine. You push straight into it if you can. Not holding anything back or trying to keep anything in the tank. We're just focused on this set right here. These 30 seconds left. Where do you want to put the work? The core. So find it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, when I'm trying to push through 1 minute, and I realize people do hours on end of this stuff. It's ridiculous. Impressive. Apparently, nothing is impossible. Come on, get into it. Enjoy that work. Enjoy the burn. Switch. All right. I'm going to switch it up a sec and go into 2 rounds of single glute bridges. If you would like, you stay in your front plank again. Time. So go back to front plank or join me 2 rounds of our single glute bridges. Give those arms a little second, a little more reprieve. Now we're focused, lining the heel, toes, knee, straight ahead, switch. Bring that inner knee in. Push through that glute. I'm on my left side. Doesn't have to be big, but that's where the flexion's coming from. Still in the core, don't get me wrong. Find your pelvic floor. Open through the shoulders. Spread across your collarbone. Switch back, or if you stuck with your plank, now you're with me in your glute bridges. We can be flexible, change things around. I'd rather keep working and have to start taking more breaks in my planks. I'll be ready to go for my shoulder tap switch. Remember, no low back pain or grab here. Brain to butt. That's what we're going for. Okay, flip it over. Oh man, I feel those core muscles. Here we go, shoulder taps. Then we get our Sphinx. Okay, I'm gonna get us back on track. Pop squats, then Sphinx, because we didn't forget them this time. Whew. Pop squats. Sink that butt. Using the core to pull the legs in as you pull your hands up. Time. Sphinx push-ups. Man, oh man. It's nice to get the work into those triceps. All right, now we have our crane. Good job, good job. Oh, so slippery. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, plank. This is our last set through. Tug, tighten, contract, control. Breathe. One more set of 30 here. Side plank dips are next. We have 10 seconds to go first. Turn. Side plank dips. Find that height. We are not holding back. Finding the work. Finding the flex. Finding the burn. Push in. If you need a break, that's okay. Take it. Time. Turn. It's actually a good sign. It means you're finding your capacity and you're finding your edge. Try to connect with the why behind your break. Why do you need it? Why are you going to take it? If it facilitates a better move, or you're losing form, or it's just literally not connecting. Time. Back to your front plank. Count your breaths. See how long your inhale can be. See how long your exhale can be. 30 seconds left. Find your pelvic floor. Wrap your thighs. Tuck your tailbone. Three, 2, and 1. Oh, glute bridges. Nice job. What are we looking for? Find that glute. Feel your tailbone tuck under. So you have an open hip flexor. Switch your core, staying strong. Your flexion is what's pushing that hip up. Shoulder taps are next. Stay in the glute. Keep your knee tucked in tight. Flip over, shoulder taps. Woo, holy cow. Plank pops are next. Or pop squats. Can't even talk anymore. Here we go. Take a minute, a second if you need. Finding the core. That midline, staying solid and active and in control. We're fatigued. 3, 2, 1. Things are falling apart, but we have that flexion and control. Sphinx push-up. Keep those elbows squeezing toward one another. Okay, now we have our crane. This isn't working too well anymore, but I'm going to try. Oh. Sweaty, sweaty. 3, 2, and 1. Ho, ho, ho. Fantastic job. Way to get it. Feels incredible. Hope you feel the same. Let's start back with that down dog. Drive your chest back. Bend both knees so your butt ends up super high in the air. Feel the head drop down as your shoulders retract, sliding down the back. Keep your butt up. Drop your heels if you can. Now find your belly again. Pull the belly button back, tucking your tailbone just a bit. And then bring your right leg up, outside your right hand. And then if you can, lower down onto the forearm, left forearm. Let your right foot open out onto the right side edge. And then bring your right arm up and back. Smile. Give yourself a little pat on the back. And then take that right foot across. Get your pigeon. You can use your body weight to get stuff done. In fact, depending on where you're at in your workout journey, strength building journey, I feel like beginning work is actually easier done with weights. It's just a lot easier to manage weights, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, 12 pounds, than our entire body. So I don't know about you, but most of us are at least 100 pounds. So, all right, other side. So managing that much body weight as opposed to, 24 extra pounds. Just kind of keep that in mind. So I think a lot of times people think that beginner workouts are body weight, which, body weight squats for sure, or lunges, but upper body stuff, push-ups, dips, planks even, it's a lot of work. It adds up. Bring that left arm up and around, open through the chest. Again, smile. Take a really deep inhale through your nose. And then just let it go through your mouth however it wants. Whew. maybe even breathing a sigh of relief. And then cross your foot over. So take a little assessment here real quick. If you have a way to keep track, little progress journal in your phone or in a little notepad. I have a journal that I keep just for my health and longevity, health span, quality of life, kind of track my sleep. I don't write in it every day, but it helps me kind of see trends, my sleep, energy, kind of what I'm focused on as far as protein and which vitamins I'm taking when, how my elimination is going, water, whether or not I'm adding salts to my water, all those sorts of things, and what I notice. And then I also kind of can check in with my motivation and intensity levels. So consistency is always way more important than intensity. So bring yourself up. Let's go butterfly stretch. So if you find it tough to find motivation to get to your mat, just drop back on intensity. Find a workout that you really liked. Maybe it's just a stretch day, but you're staying consistent. You're in the practice. We are doing this forever, for the rest of our life, whether it's this format or another format or your own format. Maybe you switch to biking, swimming. Things can change over time, but you're always working. You always have that time. You always have that commitment, the system, the practice. So if you find one day that you don't want to work hard, and so you might not push play, so that you might not strap on your shoes or whatever else, just let yourself have a lower intensity day. And you might find once you get going, you can push into it. But consistency over intensity. So if you give yourself some slack coming in, then maybe you'll stay committed. So then if you're journaling or writing a little progress journal or performance journal, you can write down, okay, sleep was low. I had a drink last night. Just feel sluggish and, took more breaks than I feel like I should have. There you go. That's a little check-in, and then see if over time you can start taking that intensity up, getting better sleep, maybe not drinking before you're going to bed, not being on your phone, whatever else. All right, there you go. That's my little tidbit and 2 cents. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.